What's up, you guys? DHR2, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a very special video that I'm going to be doing, especially my live stream. So before we get into today's topic, if you're new, subscribe to my channel right now. If you're brand new, follow me on Instagram if you must. So I think I will ask you guys, really, I think as you guys know, the MCU is at its worst state in my opinion, because it's been nothing but wokeness in everywhere. Every film has to be woke, with women call themselves trying to take over the MCU, trying to get rid of all men to focus more on the women stuff. That's like saying every to us. And I personally think that, to me, the reason why they're doing this is to try to make a point, but they're not. They're just making it worse for anybody, in my opinion. Uh, I can honestly say this. Uh, I think the MCU, they're trying too hard to bring politics into stuff, and they're not basically sending the right message. That's forcing it into our throats, basically, and that's one of the biggest issues I have with it. So I've said this 1,000 times: if you're gonna add politics, do it right. Don't force it on people's throats and being forced to do anything of that crap. So I have written down one of my comic book stuff that I've written. It's called Ninja Fury. Ninja Fury is basically ninja superheroes from Washington D.C. It's where I'm from, because I was born in the district. I'm from D.C. So yeah. So trying to come together to stop this evil organization from killing people, taking families, and just doing beyond terrible. So what we're going to be doing is going over some of the stuff that I've written down for my comic book stuff, and I've written some new stuff as well, and it's still the continuation of the Ninja Fury series, much like Power Rangers, but it's much different and it's much real. It has martial arts action, because you guys know I love martial arts. So if we can somehow do stuff like this in the comic world, I think we can do it. So basically, for issue number one, I've written down, and I'm gonna go over what I think is gonna happen. So basically, it says 14 years ago, Jason's mother was murdered at the hands of the Black Dragon. In order to control his anger towards the Black Dragon, he and his cousins Samantha and Jennifer must come together and face their greatest challenge yet. So basically, the first issue is about Jason coming to that age now that he's 18. He came out of jail last year when he was arrested at the age of 17 for a crime he did not commit. But now that he's older, he must rise up and face difficult challenge as he reaches adulthood. Adulthood. Well, he's 18, so of course he's an adult. So basically, this issue is about them coming together to become Ninja Fury teams to stop Black Dragon from doing the unthinkable. So even though this first issue is basically about Jason controlling his anger towards him after what he's done to his mother. So his mother was taken at the age of 13, and he's having a hard time getting over that. Hold on. Like how your mom is still alive in your heart? No, my mommy died. Your baby Beth is alive. Sorry, I had to turn to it. Sorry, I had to turn. All right, so let's get on with issue number two. It says that after the heated confrontation between the ninjas and the Black Dragon, um, the three warriors must work twice as hard as they can to get ready for anything he throws at them. So, just like Power Rangers, just like a filler issue, basically about them rising to the challenge, learning how to overcome his difficulties. So even though this is the first battle with the Black Dragon, they must work hard as they can to get better. No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is though. Yeah, yeah, man. This is basically the first issue that I've written down because when when I said that I want my character to feel real, I meant that. So I don't want them to feel wasted, thrown out of the water, if you know what I'm talking about. So, like I said, I mean, the second issue is basically about them. Black Dragon. Black Dragon was the one that killed their mother. But spoiler alert, Black Dragon name is Kimiyasha, one of Jason's father's karate tournament rivalries. You know, I'll explain to that by I think the first season of this comic book or the second season. So yeah, issue number three says the ninja and Jennifer. So this issue is basically focusing on Jennifer. So it's just that Jennifer has shown just how much she's grown as a martial artist for decades. She must use her ninja skills to overcome her failures as a kickboxer in order to regain her title that was once taken from her. So the third issue basically focusing on Jennifer showing dedication to uh, her ninja duties, but at the same time, she must learn how to overcome her emotions while losing her title from an opponent that was twice as better than her, and that's what caused her to become depressed, stressed out because she was so used to being the greatest kickboxing champion, you know. So basically, that's probably why. Once again, let me hold it. Hey, you should listen to her. That's a lie. Please stop saying that. You know how much I love her. I would give anything to hold her again and to see her smile. That's the sweetie, she's gone. Okay, and she's never coming back. Sorry. I need to get some air. Can you tell Thomas that would be really rough? Why did she leave? Does she be happy? There he is. God, it sure sucks. All right, so getting back to what I was saying about issue number three. So issue number three is basically about Jennifer um, trying to gain back her confidence after losing the title belt to somebody who was twice as better than her. She was never cocky. She was never this, yeah, I'm a tough chick kind of fighter. She had a passion for kickboxing and she was the best champion that the school ever had. But when someone from a different town in DC comes to their school and takes their trophy away, well, their title away from her, that's when she became more depressed than ever. So, yeah. All right, so issue number four says forgiveness. I think we all know what forgiveness is about forgiving those who hurt us as they forgive us for hurting them. So, in Jason's case, his story is a lot more real and yet tragic. Basically, as a teenager, that's what he had to went through. It's just that ever since Jason came out of jail, he has trouble focusing on his martial arts, only to remember his past. An old flame that was once his love interest had framed him for drugs. He must find a way to control his emotions without hurting her, also forgiving her. So let me read these again. It says that ever since Jason came out of prison, came out of prison, he has trouble focusing on his martial arts, only to remember his past. An old flame that was once his love interest has framed him for drugs. He must find a way to control his emotions without hurting her and also forgive her. So, what I meant by that is that when Jason came out of jail, he was having a hard time focusing on doing his martial arts training. He was having like flashbacks of his past when he was in jail 1 year ago after the love of his life actually framed him for drugs that he did not commit. So when basically he came out of it, he was having a hard time, like I said, training. But when the old flame came back in town as I guess a mysterious ninja with mysterious powers. Um, when he saw her, he had a hard time controlling his emotions. Uh, but that's when his anger, much like with Black Dragon, became more severe and toxic at the same time. And and when they two began to clash, his emotions were so raw and scary at the same time, but he must manage to control his anger to make sure that he doesn't hurt her. So he ends up giving her mercy by the end of the issue, and he had to forgive her for putting him through hell 1 year ago after he went to jail for something he did not commit. He was caught in the wrong moment, but she needed to be taught a lesson. So that's why he needed to, just forgive her and move on with his life. He can't forget, but he can forgive her. So that's issue number 4. Issue number 5, it says the art of the ninja. So it says the three warriors were practicing their ninja skills for the competition in school until a fire broke out in 3 classrooms. Samantha sees a mysterious creature and must find out who is causing all this threat. So basically, this is like a Samantha focus episode, well, focus issue. So they were training for this competition in their school, and fire broke out in 3 of their classrooms. No, actually, 3 science class. Well, 3 science classrooms that were broken into fire that broke out. There potions, chemicals all over the floor, gasolines everywhere, and there's like a huge fire broke out until Samantha sees a mysterious creature that was heading towards the school roof, and she goes and finds him, and the two had a vicious fight and battle. So she must find a way to uh figure out who is causing all of this and must kill it. So that's basically what Jennifer's issue is. Samantha is. I'm sorry. Oh, the reason why I created Jason, Samantha, and Jennifer is based on me and my cousins Desi and Ashley, because the 3 of us are like 3 musketeers, if you know what I mean. Uh, Issue number 6 says a street fight. Again, another filler comic. Black Dragon is pulling out all the stops to put these youngsters to the ultimate test to test their uh, weakness and strengths. But will one of them fall under pressure? Well, I wouldn't say this is kind of like a filler comic book issue. It's more like, a test to see which one of them will fall under pressure of since becoming a ninja. If you guys know what I'm talking about with this. So yeah, man, this is just a filler, nothing new. Um, issue number 6 says the struggle to confidence. For years, Jason has been getting straight A's on his report cards, but when he gets an F on his paper, he begins to fall under the rug. Black Dragon began to add insults to injuries, and the two began to clash. I'll read it one more time. For years, Jason has been getting straight A's on his report card, when he gets on, but when he gets an F on his paper, he began to fall under the rug. Black Dragon must, Black Dragon began to add insult to injuries, and the two began to clash. Ugh, so basically, Jason was feeling depressed. I mean, he does have depression at one point, but since it's coming back to him a little bit, um, once he got, once he got an F on his report card, he was pretty devastated. His father was not pretty devastated, but he was a little disappointed. But he knows that his son can do better. So once Black Dragon hears all this, he wants to put insults to injuries by going towards DC and begin to uh, um, throws insult to injuries by fighting Jason. Fighting Jason, and just to see if he's a little depressed over a few issues, basically. So that's basically number 6. Issue number 7 is I almost messed up. Another Jennifer focus issue, focusing on Jennifer. It's called A Broken Heart. Now, this issue is basically on romantic level, but at the same time, it's more on her ninja duties to keep her focused on being a ninja rather than, it says since becoming a ninja, Jennifer has yet to start dating again after her ex-boyfriend of 3 years had cheated on her with an old enemy of her former bully. She must not let her past relationships affect her ninja duties. So I'm gonna read to you once again. Since becoming a ninja, since becoming a ninja, Jennifer has yet to start dating again after her ex-boyfriend of 3 years had cheated on her with her, an old enemy, her former bully. She must not let her, she must not let her past relationships affect her ninja duties. So, again, basically, it's about Jennifer. So, basically, it's about Jennifer overcoming her past issues, trying to regain her focus and as a ninja, but yet it's hard for her to want to get in a relationship after her ex boyfriend cheated on her with a bully that she was being bullied by. So I think once she gets into her dating game, I think she's going to end up being led on once or twice because she again was struggling with her past issues in the relationship, in my opinion. So that's basically what number 7 is. Issue number 8. It says home hard work dedication. This is focused on Jason and Samantha. Samantha and Jason were working on a school project for the test, but Jennifer had to leave out of town for a special event. Black Dragon had created a clone of the ninjas to put an end of the ninjas. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, that's what I wrote. I can sometimes judge my own creation. Again, Samantha and Jennifer were working on a school project for the test, but Jennifer had to leave out of town for a special event. Black Dragon had created a clone of the ninjas to put an end of the ninjas. Samantha and Jason must find a way to overcome a huge challenge and put an end to all this madness. So it's basically about Black Dragon creating a clone themselves themselves to see if they're gonna end up being taken down, being destroyed, being beaten down by their own clone. I mean, Jason and Samantha's ninja clones are a lot tougher than their former selves. So this is going to be like a hard battle, but it's going to be to see if they're strong enough to do it. Again, season 1 of Ninja Fury is about them overcoming challenges. The Return of Jade, another Jennifer focused issue. Black Dragon is working on half human, half ninja to wear down Jason and Samantha. Jason and Samantha were coming home from school to get a video message from Jennifer that she's coming home from out of town. Jason and Samantha must find a way to put away this threat until Jennifer's return. So I think basically Jennifer is coming back to let the others know that she's returning home from a special event. Um, and Jake, well, Black Dragon has a. What's up, Aaron Johnson? I'm basically discussing a few issues on Ninja Fury, the comic book series that I'm doing right now. I'm only, I mean, I've read all 3 seasons of this comic book series, so we're currently talking about issue number 10 of Jennifer. So Black Dragon has created um this half human. Jason's last name is Jason Red. No, Jason Lee Morrison. Um, yes. Hi- his last name is Morrison. So Black Dragon basically creates a half human, half ninja. It's like a cyborg ninja to to take down the ninjas, but ended up becoming more tougher until Jennifer came back and just finished it off like it was nothing, but ends up becoming more tough. But the 3 of them had to finish off this creature, well, this monster together. So it's basically your typical teamwork of Ninja Fury. But um, issue number 11, A Broken Dream. So this issue is really important because again, it's about 3 cousins and 3 ninja teams, uh, um, 3 warriors, well, 3 ninja warriors learning how to overcome challenges and grow, if you know what I mean. Wait a minute.
Put that in Douglas's head. Hey, there's nothing wrong with being curious, right? I'm curious. You said baby is back. I was talking on the phone about another person named Beth. Beth is alive. Stop saying it. Right? I'm sorry. What? Making Hope sad. She no. She left. Yeah. Well, losing our daughters for her so it's kind of
Yeah, I'm just yeah, I love ninjas. Ninjas are awesome. They're fast, they're energized, and they know martial arts better than samurai, in my opinion.
So why did you say
Okay, it says Samantha has been having trouble staying focused on her school, all because she's been thinking about her father who was taken from her from Black Dragon. Jason and Jennifer were trying to figure out how to help their friend get her mind back on track, it's but it's keep getting worse. Samantha must overcome these nightmares in order to gain her confidence back. So basically, issue number 11 is about Samantha trying to get over these nightmares about her father being killed by Black Dragon um, in her dream. And this really did happen in her childhood that during a family cookout, Black Dragon just came out of nowhere and just starts shooting in everybody, but her father ends up taking 5 shots and he ended up dying from his injuries. It was all, and it's because of Black Dragon she's having these nightmares, and she must find a way to overcome these nightmares and and gain her confidence back. But at the same time, her cousins are trying to figure out how to get her confidence back up and cheering her up. But sometimes when your loved one is gone, you can't get over that. Basically, just create your own stuff. Whatever it is that you want to write about, it could be something important. But as long as it has the right message, make sure you do it right. It's kind of like what I did with my Ninja Fury comic book series that I'm doing. So, uh, issue number 12. No more. Okay, so this issue has a positive message about bullying. You guys know I don't like bullying. And I don't like bullies themselves. So it says that a new kid in school who is starting his senior year in high school and gets bullied by a bullying jock. Jason has seen enough, so he decides to take matters into his own hands by standing up to him and fights for the new kid. Black Dragon has saw what he has seen in a bully, so he made him into a supersized freak. Jason must overcome this monster and teach the new kid how to defend himself. So, again, another positive message episode about a new kid coming in school, starting off his senior year in high school. And once a bully comes in and starts, insulting him and uh, and start making fun of him and just pushing him around, making him look like an idiot, making his nose bleed, and Jason basically just had enough and said, you know what, no more. You want to pick on somebody? Pick on me. Like, he's not your target. So Black Dragon basically sees this this evil attitude of this jock. I didn't mention his name because I listen. As a writer, I at the time I didn't know what to name this kid. I just called him Jock, like young Jock. I'm sorry. All right. Anyways. So Black Dragon turns this bully into a supersized freak, like a six-armed creature and a monster. So Jason must find a way to protect this new student, and by not letting him know that he's a ninja, you know, so he must fight this creature unmorphed. I hate bullies because I got bullied back in my nose. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. So like I said, this issue is basically the right message. That's exactly what I did. I did not force any politics in it, and nothing like that. So yeah, issue number 13. It says a new hero is born. So it says that a new student named David Barn Jr., who Jason has taught just a few days ago, has been training just a few days ago. No, no, no. Let me start off. It says that a new student named David Barnes Jr. who has who Jason has taught just a few days ago has been training with the three current warriors, making sure he learns more about the art of ninja. Black Dragon and his minions were working on their training as well, just to test the ninja's weaknesses. David has um David has noticed something glowing in his backyard and has caused him to pass out. But something incredible will happen to and for David real soon. So basically, issue number 13 is about yeah, real soon. So basically about hold on.
Sun, a popular food festival in Northern California, is shattered when a gunman kills three people, including a 6-year-old boy, and wounds 15 others.
Oh wow.
Tragedy in New York. A father whose 1-year-old.
All right, sorry about that. I'm watching the news. All right, so like I said, getting back to number 13. Number 13 is about Jace. Well, David, who was a new student at their high school, who was bullied by a jock, and Jason had to defend himself. Well, trying to protect him. Now, at the end of that issue, um, he saw how the way Jason handled that guy, and so one day David was being bullied again. He was using martial arts that Jason taught him to defend himself. So yeah, and at the same time, issue number 13, the next issue is basically about Jason. I mean David. Yeah, David. Um, which he was training with the ninjas when he met um them and their martial arts teacher slash Zonon, not Zonon, but their mentor. Um, but Black Dragon were he was training and himself with his minions to work hard as well to fight with the warrior to see what their weaknesses are. So at the same time, David goes to his backyard and he saw something glowing. Once he touches it, it causes him to pass out for about 20 seconds. So I was trying to draw one day where I made video. Uh, I'll do some more art tutorials soon, but maybe when the time is right. I don't know. The main villain is Black Dragon, real name Kimiyasha. So another issue focusing on David is number 14. Um, since becoming a ninja, David has yet David has been more focused than any other ninja on the planet. Black Dragon has been noticing the purple ninja since joining the team and wants to see how weak he really is by separating him away from his friends. David must overcome his fears of not having confidence within himself. So, since becoming a ninja, David he loves being a ninja. Um, that quick, just showing true passion and dedication. But Black Dragon wants to test his weaknesses to see if he's able to handle him by himself. So, like I said, David, along with everybody else, must overcome their, fears and bring their confidence level back up. You know, basically season one of Ninja Fury is focusing on challenging themselves to overcome these difficult obstacles and become stronger and faster. In David's case, he pretty much had to overcome his fear by not having his friends with him so that he'll be able to handle these one-on-one fights by himself as a ninja warrior. So he pretty much did that. Love at First Sight, again, another romantic comic book issue, but at the same time, it can become tragic for Jason. This issue focusing on Jason. It's just that Jason has not been with Alexa in over a month since becoming a ninja. So he wants to I mean, make some of being with her. Black Dragon wants to put a stop to the love fest between the Red Ninja and his lady. Jason must find a way to rescue his girlfriend from a burning cage before she takes her last breath. So this issue is basically about Jason um over Jason wanted to take his current girlfriend Alexa out on a date since becoming a ninja. He hasn't kind of had that time of balancing his ninja duties and his real life. I mean, in his personal life, in my opinion. So he ends up taking her on a date. Things were going well until Black Dragon shows up and puts a stop to this madness, and he kidnaps her. And Jason must find her from this burning cage, and she's in this cage just gasping for air, fighting for her last breath. And Jason must find a way to rescue her before she ends up being killed. So this was Jason's moment of becoming a leader, becoming a true leader and a true warrior, a red ninja, to use some of his ninjutsu powers and using his ninjutsu skills to rescue her and make sure she is not dead. So, truth be told, issue number 15, Sword of the Phenom. So this is like a two-parter. Yeah, yeah, this is like a two-parter. Uh, it says Sensei has been looking for the Sword of the Phenom that has been seeing fire. Red Dragon. Jennifer is Eagle, Lightning, and Samantha is Water. No, Samantha is Air, Lion. So yes. So it says Sensei has been. Come on now. It says that Sensei has been looking for the sword of the phenom that has been lost and has never been seen, touched. Well, let me take my time. It says Sensei has. It says Sensei has never. Sensei has never. Sensei has been looking for the sword of the phenom that has never that has been lost and has never been touched or seen by anyone. I mean that by anybody on Earth. Black Dragon wants to get his hands on it first so that he can use it for his own will and power of evil to destroy mankind. Jennifer must find a way to retrieve the sword of the phenom. So issue number 14, I'm gonna read it one more time. Sensei has been looking for the sword of the phenom that has been lost and has never been touched or seen by anybody on Earth. Black Dragon wants to get his hands on it first so that he can use it for his own will and power for evil to destroy mankind. Jennifer must find a way to retrieve the sword of the phenom. So this in part one, Sensei was working with Jennifer about finding the sword of the phenom, and he finds this location, and it has been at the Lost Temple. So it hasn't been lost, or never been seen by anybody on Earth. It is powerful, it is dangerous, and nobody should touch it unless you're a ninja, of course. If you're not a ninja, do not touch it. If you're a ninja, you're allowed to touch it. So she goes to the Lost Temple. She goes to this Lost Temple, and she finds it, and she was being wowed by, wowed by this look of this thing, this large blade of a weapon. But Black Dragon shows up too, and the two ended up fighting over this weapon. So that's going to be in part one. Part two focuses on Jennifer once again, sort of the Phenom part two. As a heated battle, continues between Jennifer and Black Dragon, the other three are in a battle with the four Hitchmans. As as Jason's dad joins in the battle for the first time in 20 years, Jennifer is struggling to overcome Black Dragon's powers and has been dominated by his full strength, but has managed to bounce back. Jennifer must continue to overcome Black Dragon's power in order to return with the Sword of the Phenom and save her friends. So I think basically this second parter focuses on Jennifer trying to overcome Black Dragon's power because he's so evil. He's Black Dragon is pretty dark, and he's so evil. He kind of has this Undertaker Ministry of Darkness kind of flavor to it, but he's more powerful and more evil and more powerful and demonic at the same time. So he ends up showing up to the Lost Temple along with Jennifer, and the two ended up having a heated clash over the sword. So she ends up coming back just to save her friends, her family, just by uh, showcasing the sword of the Phenom with its power, this massive power. We're good. So yeah, Jennifer is that strong, and so is Jason, based on the last issue. Um, issue number 17, Payback. Again, this issue is dedicated to Samantha and David. David and Samantha were going to compete in a tag match for the Ninja Warrior Championship in school. Black Dragon and his four henchmen going to like uh were going to like their arrivals during their school just to make them weak and soft. David and Samantha were, I mean, guys, just going over this and reading this is so draining. I feel like I'm burning out. David and Samantha will have to work together as a team to overcome the evil and win the tag gold. So, okay, so this is like a filler. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying though. It's kind of like Undertaker's Ministry of Darkness, except he's more demonic and evil, and he's a martial artist as well. And he has the power of the crow, which is dark. Crows means death. That's what his powers is based on. So getting back to issue number 17, which is Payback, basically about it's kind of like a filler, for the most part. Um, about David and Samantha learning how to overcome. Um, it's kind of like a four on two tag match like WWE be doing. So in this kickboxing, well, in this martial, well well in their ninja competition, they had to overcome the four henchmen by fighting back to win their first tag team tournament, well, trophies. So wow, I'm getting burned out. I think for now I'm just gonna focus on season one, and I'll come back and do season two a little bit later. Issue number 18. No, actually, wait a minute. Did I skip over this? This is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, I was right. All right, so this is the finale. Um, the first part. The first parter is called Fight for DC, not DC Comics, but the city of Washington DC. So basically, it says Jason, Samantha, and Jennifer. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I need a breather. All right. Jason, Samantha, and Jennifer uh went to go visit their family's graves. Jason, Samantha, and Jennifer went to go visit their families in a gravesite, while David was at home training with his little sister as they began having discussion. I mean, discussing their Washington's team. So at this part, David wants to keep his identity as a secret. Well, keeping his identity as a secret while he was training with his little sister as they discussed, you know, Washington DC's favorite teams. um, so oh, sorry about that. Black Dragon has begun training his warriors for the biggest fight in Washington's history. Mr. Morrison must train his young heroes, including himself, real hard in order to protect DC from evil. So this issue is basically focusing on the biggest fight and the biggest battle in DC's history. You know, so it's going to be heavy. It's going to be a huge fight. It's going to be a blowout. So the team must find a way to fight really hard to make sure they win this round, basically. And number 20, issue number 20, Fight for DC Part 2. As the fight rolls on between the DC Ninja Warriors and the Dark Side, Jason has gone after Black Dragon as he tries to make his way to the family's gravesite and threatens to destroy the family's honor once and for all. Jason and his friends and father must find a way to end this nightmare for good. So Black Dragon has gone out of its way to travel to their gravesite to destroy their family's tombstone and their honor and their legacy, you know, um, and their legacy. Um, so they must find a way to keep him from doing the unthinkable, and that's how the end of Ninja Fury season one of the comic book ends. So My thoughts on Ninja Fury season one, as I've written, is about again three cousins learn coming together to to battle Black Dragon and his evil minions to make sure that they overcome more and more difficult challenges and obstacles in life. Um, and the more they overcome challenges, the more stronger they're gonna become. And the reason why I said that is because I have high functioning autism. I'm still learning about life, different difficult challenges and everything. That's why I want to make sure my characters in this comic book story feel real, like you can relate to them. You know, even when they lost their family members to Black Dragon, at least they're keeping their spirit alive. You get what I'm saying? So that is my overall thoughts on Ninja Fury season one, the comic book series that I'm gonna be doing really soon. All I need to do now is just draw the characters and draw the panels, the layouts, and a few pages because I really do want to be a comic book artist one day, and I want to review some of the issues that I'm doing, and when my newer issues come out, yeah, I think something tells me that it's gonna happen soon. It just takes a little bit more time to get everything together. So yeah, hopefully you all enjoy my season one review of Ninja Fury, the story, the concept of it, what was it about, my theory of it. I hope one day that you can inspire everyone that you can create comics. Yeah, I am. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a huge inspiration to my subscribers because you guys have been awesome to me every time I make a video. You guys take your time to check out my videos, my topic, what is it about, my rants, my Let's Talk episodes, my live stream, my reactions, my Let's Plays. You guys have been super appreciative of me because that's probably one of the main reasons why I love doing YouTube because you guys have been an incredible people that I came across. And we're almost at 500 subscribers. So if we can keep up with this, you know, with this, we're going to get there. So we're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. That's going to be a huge milestone for me. And yeah. So yeah. That is my issues and my overall thoughts on Ninja Fury season one that I created. Uh, and Aaron, when you asked me who was my character's powers based on, I appreciate that, Brandon, man. As always, man. I mean, I love y'all so much. When you guys are just super duper awesome and supportive. So getting back to my characters of what I want to create. So Jason has the power of the red dragon. That is what his fighting style comes from, and he has a black. He is the first degree black belt in Taekwondo, so that's why his fighting style is different from everybody else. Uh, Jennifer has the power of the eagle, which by lightning. So she's a black belt in karate, and I think she's the first degree black belt in karate as well. Um, and And Samantha has the power of the lion, which represents air. And she's also a black belt in Taekwondo as well. So Eric, since he's new in this, he basically has the power of the bear, which is ice. And he also has, I mean, he uses his ninja sword, with extra powers, but he also has a dagger that can turn into a gun. His dagger can, that can slice and dice, you know, foot soldiers that can turn into ice, and he snaps them just like just like that, and they'll end up being breaking all bits and pieces. That's how that's how cool David is as a ninja. So you guys know I love ninjas. Ninjas are awesome, and it's inspired by Power Rangers and Metal Heroes series, and that's why I want to create mines inspired by them. So that's why I've created, this comic book series to make sure these characters feel real, like if you guys can relate to them. And I guess I might as well just become a writer and artist for my comic book series. You know what? I'm thinking about having my ideas come to life, become like you know a brand, you know, kind of like a franchise, with the toy lines, the comic book series, video games, well, a fighting game, because you guys know I love fighting games. So that's probably one of the main reasons why I want to do stuff like this. And yeah, that is my overall review of Ninja Theory series. Again, if you guys enjoying my my going over part of the story, let me know in the comments below. And I thank you all for once again tuning in. Shout outs to Brandon and Aaron. Thank y'all for um, stopping by my channel and watching me go over my stories. And yeah, if y'all enjoyed this, let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna head up out of here. DHR2. Much love.